Right, I have a little moan and confession. You can see there's a lot of weight on the bar, and the idea of tonight's session was I'm going to do a sort of relatively raw, relatively unedited session. I've been talking to the camera for the last 10 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes, and then I just walked over there to go and get some water, and guess what? I thought I'd press record and I hadn't pressed record. So I do apologise. Well, heavy deadlift night. I'm doing some trap bar deadlift tonight. I trained legs a couple of days ago, and to be honest with you, my lower back still feels quite tight and things. So rather than doing a conventional deadlift, I decided to use the trap bar tonight. I'm up to, how many plates is that? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plates at the moment. So I literally started filming from 2 plates. But never mind, good job I went and got a drink, because it wouldn't be very funny. So the idea of tonight is I'm going to work up to something basically as heavy as I can. I haven't done a heavy trap bar deadlift for quite a long time. I've got knee sleeves on. Those of you who follow me know that I've had a bit of a knee tweak recently. When you use the trap bar, you take a much more upright stance and you use a lot more leg. So I'm just simply being cautious. It's not caused me any bother so far. So I'm just going to get on with it anyway. So we're up to 7 plates. I've been warming up in kind of doubles and triples. This will probably be the last set I do without lifting straps. The frame itself, this is a big heavy duty trap bar, open trap bar by Wolverson, I think it is. And it weighs 36 kilos. And then obviously I've got seven plates per side on there. So we're considerably over 300 kilos now. That was okay, I'm just going to do a single with that. That was fine. Right, this has got basically like a built-in deadlift jack, so you can stand it on its end and just put the plates on. How typical is that though? I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. This video is going to be fantastic. Take them for a full deadlift workout, blah, blah, blah. And there you go. I'm going to put the stoppers on now as well, because we're getting further down. You often find the plates rattle around a little bit. I don't want any movements. Okay, I lied, my grip still felt strong. I've said to you guys before, grip is a priority for me. I do appreciate and I understand theoretically I'm leaving back gains on the table. Today's session, or this part of the session, isn't necessarily about building muscle. I do a lot of that type of workout during other sessions. And later on in the session I'm going to do some slightly higher reps. But at the moment, I'm just moving a bit of weight. Why? Because I want to. I enjoy lifting heavy things. All right, so we're up to 8 plates now. might be able to see, but it really cuts into your hand. It's quite rough knurling on this one. And the kind of raw cut videos are pretty good because they're just easy to edit. And particularly this one, because I didn't film half of it. But as I said, this bar was pretty expensive. I can't remember how much it was. I bought it a few years ago now, but it was pretty expensive. But it was completely worth it because I don't own a deadlift jack, but you can imagine trying to load this amount of weight on a bar is not good fun by yourself. All right, I'm going to use some lifting straps now. My best trap bar ever is in the mid 400s. So I don't know if I'm in mid 400 condition at the moment, but we are on how many plates now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plates. If that was on a bar, that would be 380 plus 16, so that's 396. So we're approaching 400 kilos now. Now 400 kilos from a conventional height would obviously be a lot more challenging, but from a trap bar, not like it's not hard, it is hard, of course it's hard, but it's nowhere near as challenging as a conventional bar, simply because I'm just picking up from a much higher point. This would be the height of a normal bar. Here is the high handle bar, so I'm probably picking up from about 3-4 inches higher. Hence the reason you can really overload and use a lot more weight. And it's just great to just move a bit of weight sometimes. I know it's heavy because rolling it is heavy. All right. Yeah, that was heavy, but got a bit more in the tank. I'm going to slow down the jumps now because we're obviously around that top end weight. I'll just put 10 aside on now because it's getting heavy. There's a bit more left, but it's getting heavy. So this will take us up to 416 kilos, I think it is. Which is pretty heavy. As I said, those of you who follow me know, oh gosh, it's got a mind of its own. You know it's getting heavy, it's actually tipping the bar up. That's funny. Those of you who follow me regularly or subscribe to me regularly, basically I follow 3 workouts if you're new to the channel. If you heard this before, I apologise, but I follow 3 types of workout for each body part. So I break my movements, I break my body parts, or should I say into movements. So I do a push, I do a hinge, so something based around the deadlift, and I base another movement pattern around the squat. So I know it sounds a bit pretentious. It's essentially push-pull legs, but my back focus is, most of the time, it is a deadlift. My leg focus, most of the time, is a squat. So workout 1 will be a heavy form of deadlift. So for instance, at the moment, workout 1 will be something very heavy, heavy compound movements. So for the back, it will be deadlift normally of some kind or another. Workout 2 is more of a bodybuilding style workout where I use a much higher rep range, normally anywhere from 10 to 30 reps. And workout 3 is a support workout where I support my main movement pattern. So for the deadlift, it would be like chest supported rows, bent rows, high pulls, which are really good for explosive movements, the deficit deadlift, things like that. My workouts have been a little bit disrupted recently because I picked up a little bit of a tweak in the knee. So I've had to kind of mix things up a little bit, but that's pretty much it. Right, anyway, we've got a bit more weight on there now. Sorry, just waiting for the stars to clear. Oh, that's better, coming back. Yeah, sometimes when you deadlift heavy, I don't find it so much with squats, but with deadlifts, you really hold your breath to kind of create that internal pressure. But in the process of doing so, when you're exerting yourself, you may find that you start to see spots a little bit. It happens to me quite a lot with my heavy stuff. I'm used to it, and normally just stand still for a few seconds and things start to clear. Yeah, probably not the smartest. Okay, 426. I've got more in the tank. I've got more in the tank. All right, I'm gonna put on a plate. I'm running out of metal plates now. actually created a bit of a dent in the ground, and it's caused, and you can see here, my floor has actually caved in a little bit. Oops. My wife's probably not going to be very happy. That's why I'm trying to put plates on, but it's sunk into the ground. Well, there you go. Oh dear. Oops. Proof that they're not fake weights, eh? I've just broken my floor. Yeah, that wasn't meant to happen. My floor's got a dent in it. Oh dear. There. And over here. Oh well, whatever. I'll deal with it later. Home gym problems. Now, I've broken this floor a few times. It's concrete, but underneath it, it's got like sort of reinforced wood and all sorts of stuff underneath there. So I've had to replace the boarding several times over the years. Because you guys kind of see what I do in here on a regular basis. I've got the mats I use are literally portable deadlift mats. It's actually called the portable deadlift. They're made by Strength Shop, and they're really, really thick mats, really good stuff. But even so, when you're lifting up 400 odd kilos, breaks your floor, I suppose, which I've just found out. Oh dear. Anyway, so I apologise when I kind of have to get my brain in gear, so if you'll just give me a moment, I'll be back with you in a second. That's why it's rolling, is literally because the ground's got a dent in it, it's rolling into the ground. That was alright. I need to sit down 1 second, I'll be with you. Whoa. Back again there, alright. I think I want to do more. What do you think? Should I do more? I'm going to do more. I'm going to try 10 kilos. Yeah, I'm going to do another 10 kilos. And if it doesn't move, it doesn't move. That was towards the top end. What you guys will find when you're doing maximal poundage is, obviously this is ridiculously heavy, but we're all at different points in our journey. I know it sounds a bit hippie-ish, but you know what I mean. We all get to a point with a max deadlift particularly where it sticks to the ground. But all I can say to you is push through it and it'll move. You know, if it's a poundage you know you can do, push through it and it'll move. It'll feel like an eternity. It's probably only half a second to a second, and you drive and you drive and you drive and it doesn't seem to move, and then all of a sudden it just breaks the ground, like it pulls away from the ground, and then once it starts pulling away from the ground, just keep on driving and it'll move. But it can be very off-putting, it can be very disconcerting. One of my clients, hopefully you saw her YouTube short recently, Pooja. She's a really good MMA fighter, but we're doing strength and conditioning camp with her. And she recently pulled a 150 dead, and she only weighs like 65 kilos or 60 something kilos, really, really strong. And that was my advice to her as a PB. You just have to push your feet through the floor and keep on driving and driving and driving, and it'll move. But it might be half a second, it might be a second. So, you know, if you're ever testing a max dead, do that. All right. I'm going to try a 10. This will be my top set. Because I don't even know what poundage is on there. It's something really heavy. I'm a primary school teacher by trade. I've actually got a few degrees. I've got 3 degrees. None of them are in maths. All right, I'm just gonna sit down and basically talk you through the process. So when you're going for a max weight, now I ordinarily train very quickly. I move at a very fast pace. Max weight takes several minutes to rebuild your strength. Even though I've only been doing singles for the last few rounds. Obviously we're talking, now we're probably up somewhere towards £1,000 or thereabouts. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be something around that. It takes time. So if you need to take 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever, you can. Don't be afraid to do it. But it's a very mental thing. Like lifting something heavy is a very, very, very mental thing. Like the best way I can describe it is visualizing. You have to visualize, you have to convince yourself that you're going to lift it. You have to picture it and do it. Again, it might sound hippie-ish or whatever, I don't really care. But as someone that's been doing it a while and has moved some more okay poundages, it's the best thing I can do. You have to convince yourself that you're going to lift it. Now, some people, it all takes a lot of adrenaline. Some people are very loud and vocal. That's never worked for me. The roaring and shouting and slapping has never worked for me. I tend to be, I kind of go in on myself. I'm naturally, even though I'm talking to a camera and I talk for a living as a teacher, I'm naturally quite a quiet person. My wife describes me as an extroverted introvert. So I'm quite confident, I'm quite able to talk, but I'm not naturally much of a talker. This is the most I talk ever on camera here. But normally, with my personality type, I prefer to be quiet and I just go in on myself a little bit until I've pictured lifting it, and then I just lift it. Okay. Yeah. It was good. It was good. That's a crazy amount of weight on there. Oh. Lift heavy, he said. It's good for you, he said. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Because we love it. Here I am, almost 47. Still in my back garden, having been at work since 7:30 this morning, having just personal trained, and I'm still. You do it because you love it, and I know the guys, you guys, if you watch this channel, I'm a small channel, but most of the people on here, I know you're pretty serious lifters. And why do we do it? Because we love it. I've got a stinking headache now. I feel like I'm about to die. I'm not, but it's all good fun. Anyway, give me a few minutes. I'm going to switch off the camera for a moment, strip this weight down, and then go on to the next exercise. Ugh. Man, that was heavy. Oh, goodness. Okay, on to exercise number 2. Today is my heavy day, so I'm still keeping the reps reasonably low. We're on to the Meadows row. Now, those of you who saw my most recent back workouts, or uploaded back workout should I say, saw that I have started reincorporating these Meadows rows. I said to you I was inspired by Fuller Strength recently, who I saw doing them a few weeks ago, and he got a really good weight on there. He got like 5 plates or something like that on there, maybe more. So if you're not subscribed to Fuller Strength, if you like my kind of stuff, you'll love his channel. Great guy. Except he's a much bigger channel than me. He's got like 10,000 subs. I haven't even got 1,000. Oh yeah, sub please. But yeah. So what I said I'm going to start doing is just focusing on these for a few sessions, because it's not something I've ever done regularly. Last time I did them, I managed to go up to 5 plates. I used my, what you say, raw grip. I do have quite a strong grip. I've got big hands, and I train on the axle for most exercises, to be honest with you. So my grip has got very strong over the years. So I got 5 plates last time for I think 5 reps. So what my goal is today is to try and get a bit more than 5 plates. You know, add a few kilos to the bar. So in the process of doing so, I'm going to keep the warm-ups very low and then concentrate on my actual working weight. As I said to you guys before, today is a strength day. It's not necessarily about muscle hypertrophy, like building muscle. My other workouts do that. This is more a way of demonstrating strength. To who? I don't know. To myself? Whatever. It works for me. Not sure how well you can see it, so I do apologise. But really good exercise, really good exercise. Created by a guy called John Meadows, who was a competitive bodybuilder. He did a bit of everything. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of years ago now, but incredibly knowledgeable guy. He's still got loads of stuff on YouTube. To be fair, they still upload videos on his YouTube channel. I think it's called Mountain Dog Training, but really knowledgeable guy. And it's just a really cool guy. He was like, you know, rest in peace, John. He was one of the good ones, Right, anyway. Get 4 plates on there. Alright, 4 plate was okay. I'm going to go to 5, but because my goal is to get more than 5 plates, I'm literally going to do 5 plates for maybe a single, maybe a double, because I know 5 at the moment is towards my max. I don't expend too much energy warming up. 3 plate, 4 plate, I know I can do that relatively comfortably, but 5 plates I know will really tax me. My back strength's good, but at the moment I'm trying to do it with my raw grip. When I did 5 plates last time, it was towards the limit of my grip, because obviously I'm gripping on the end of the shaft, so it's very hard to hold. Just putting on a few more fake plates. Just out of curiosity, where do you buy fake plates from? Because to be fair, it's been much better recently. I used to get the odd troll here and there, but it's been a lot better recently, to be fair. Most people on this page are really positive. But legitimately, I wouldn't know how, where, or what to do with them. And why do people buy fake plates? I know in the old days of, because I'm old and I followed bodybuilding and things, and in the magazines, you'd have all these like really amazing looking bodybuilders in prep for contests, and they'd always do like training articles on them. There was a great photographer called Chris Lund, who used to get some amazing photos of these guys, you know, and they're all 5% body fat, just in building a competition. We'd always get them in the gym training. But those of you who know about bodybuilding, you're always at your worst when you might look your best, but you're feeling your worst. So those guys would be half dead. To look like that, they'd be dehydrated, they'd have 0 carbs in their system, they'd look like death, so they've got no strength. So what a lot of bodybuilding mags used to do is get like fake plates. When I was a kid, I didn't realise that. It wasn't until I got a little older and I used to read other articles, and I used to talk about it. And in fact, to be fair, Chris Lund was actually notorious for actually doing his best to make bodybuilders use real weights. But yeah, that was where they originated from. And I suppose it's just social media nowadays, because everyone's out for clout. Here I am with my less than 1,000 subs. I'm out for all the clout. I can't afford fake plates, I can just about afford real plates. Alright, so I'm going to do 5 plates for a single. Drag it off the ground with intention, and then put on my work weight. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, so that was warm-ups done. I'm going to put a 10 on there, see how that feels. Because this is all unexplored territory for me. I've never done more than 5 plates on this, because I've never used lifting straps on it. Again, like I said, it's not an exercise I do very often, but fuller strength really inspired me seeing him. It just looked so cool the way he was doing it. And he's a big jacked guy. His back is phenomenal. He's got a really big, thick back. And I remember seeing him, I can't remember if it was on a YouTube short, or because I watch all this stuff, but I can't remember if it was a YouTube short or just one of his normal training videos, because he does long format videos kind of like I do. And as I said, he's just a cool guy, he just talks to the camera. And I remember looking and his back just looked thick and, you know, a strong guy. I was like, yeah, I need to try that. That looks amazing. All right. I'm going to see how this feels without lifting straps. I've said to you guys before, grip is a priority for me. I just like having a very strong grip. So I do my best to lift where I can without lifting straps. If I feel my grip is compromised too much, then I may well use some lifting straps. But I'm going to see how this feels, and then I'll see if there's any more left in the tank. Yeah, grip was going on that. To be fair, there's a 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110 kilos. 110 kilos plus the bar without lifting straps, so still not bad. On a fat handle. Do you know what, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, I'm going to try a triple with this hand as well. Strong hands. Yeah, I think what I'm actually going to do, I am going to give in to temptation. I'm curious what my strength is actually saying, because that was grip, that wasn't my back, that was my grip. I think I've got a bit more in the tank in terms of back strength, so I'm going to use my figure of 8 lifting straps. I'm going to try 6 plates on there and see what that's like. Again, completely unexplored territory. That didn't feel nice lifting with 2 hands, let alone 1 hand. To be fair, 6 plates on a T-bar row isn't light. So, alright, I'm going to try it. I'm just going to grab my lifting straps, they're just down here. Now this may be ugly, don't know. When you're using maximal weights, the very first time you do it, I always describe it as putting miles in a tank for the future. And what I mean by that is the first time you do it, it's not going to look good, but in the future it will be better. You're kind of getting the experience for the future. You're giving your body a reason to adapt, a reason to get stronger, a reason to grow. I'm reasonably strong, I'm reasonably advanced, but I've got a limit. But this is a max I've ever done. Remember, I've been training for 30 years, I've never done this before. First time I do it, my form will probably look a bit ugly. If it does, it does. I don't have any issues. But I know in the coming weeks, if I choose to progress and proceed with this exercise, it'll get better. Anyway, enough. Yeah. Oh. That was good. Maybe I was leaving gains on the table by not using the lifting straps. Oh. That was great. I wasn't expecting 10. 10 with the right hand was okay. 10 with the left hand was tough. Simply because I'm tired from having just done the right side. I'm quite lucky. I don't really have a strong arm or a weak arm. I'm actually ambidextrous, so I can use both hands equally. So I've always been really lucky like that. But yeah, it was just tougher on the left side simply because I was tired. But even so, really pleased with that. That's really good. I wasn't expecting 10 reps of that. So I think that's note to self. In future, what I will do, I know grip is a priority, but you know, we all have to succumb to wisdom. And I did 5 plates and a 10, and I got a triple with it. And then I put on lifting straps and I did 6 plates for 10. it's a no-brainer really. So in future, I think when I progress with this, there's more in the tank in the next few weeks. This is only the second week I've done this now, or second time I've done this. So in the long run, 6th place in the 10, maybe 7. I won't be able to do more than that literally because you run out of space on the bar. I've got nothing to grip onto. But I'll take that for now. Alright. Okay, I'm leaving it there now. Good workout. Really pleased overall with everything. I'm still out of breath from those rows. I actually figured out the trap bar. I think I'd got 10 plates and a 10 kilo. So on that would be 10 plates is 420, 440 plus the extra 16, 456. So 456 kilos for my max on the trap bar, which is awesome. My brain said 400 plus today, so 456. I've done a little bit heavier. It's not the best I've ever done on a trap bar. That would match my personal best for a what you say, conventional deadlift. I've done 456 twice ever. But I'll absolutely take that all day. I'm really pleased with that. So yeah, good success on the trap bar, and then moving on and getting a nice weight on the Meadows row was really cool. So today's a pretty low volume day. When I go extremely heavy, I do very low volume because my other workouts are pretty high volume overall. My bodybuilding workout is 30 sets, sometimes more. Tomorrow morning, because I know a lot of time people do pull and throwing arms. I do that on my bodybuilding day. On my heavy day, I don't. I just choose a couple of exercises. Sometimes I only do one exercise. And I push those pretty hard. So what will happen is, those of you again who follow me regularly know that I'm obsessed with cardio. So my morning sessions, so tomorrow morning session will actually be arms or biceps superset with cardio. So it'll be biceps, forearms and cardio. So I'll be doing assorted curls, superset with the assault bike. So I'll get like 20 calorie assault bike and maybe, 10, 15 curls of various forms. EZ bar curls, straight bar curls, incline dumbbell curls are normally my go-tos. Reverse curls, hammer curls. I normally choose 2, maybe 3 exercises when I train biceps. It's a relatively small body part, so you don't have to go crazy. To be fair, I haven't really done much arm training on the channel. I think I've only got maybe 1 specific arm video on my channel. I've got a couple of YouTube shorts of me hitting stupid weights. But in terms of, so what I might do over the next few weeks or next week or so is actually film a bit of an arm session, what I actually do for biceps and triceps. Because I'm not saying they're the best in the world, but they're okay. I've got a little bit of something going on. You can probably see right there. Not too bad, not too bad. So yeah, my arms are at the moment, for whatever reason, I actually took my measurements recently. I think one of my kids was asking, how big are your arms, Dad? So my arms are about 21 and a quarter, 21 and a half-ish at the moment. Calves are still stuck at 19. And my neck actually has put on a little weight recently. I've been working it really hard. I hit it 3 times a week. And my neck now is almost 21 inches. It used to be about 20-ish. And now my neck has actually gone up a little bit. I haven't measured it for ages. I used to take measurements and stuff all the time when I was a kid. But I very, very rarely do it. But yeah, I was just messing around with my kids the other day, my daughters. And I think one of them asked me, was it Amber? One of them asked me how big my arms are or something. And I actually measured. So yeah, if anyone's curious, 21 and a little bit. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave it there. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notifications, all that good stuff. If you are new to the channel, give your boy a like, please. I'm trying to get that 1,000 subs. It's getting closer and closer and closer. It's eluding me still. I'm on 980 something or other. I've had about 4 or 5 new subs recently. I've been trying really hard. I've been putting up YouTube shorts almost every day. I've been pushing it on Instagram and stuff, and it's still not sticking, and YouTube still hates me. But those of you who are watching, hopefully, when you actually get onto my channel, it's not too bad. And I'm not too much of a jerk. And the weights I move are okay. And hopefully I can give you guys a little bit of knowledge and pass on a few tips, and you can learn from this old idiot. Because I've made so many mistakes over the years. You don't want to end up like me. So if I can help a few of you avoid some of the nonsense that I went through when I was younger, hopefully that can help you out a little bit. Okay, on that note, you guys have a good week, train hard, take care, and I'll speak to you soon.